Hey guys, it's Lauren. So today I'm going to be doing a back to school emergency kit for girls. Now, I've never done a video like this on my channel before, so I'm super excited for it. Now, this is just personally what I like to keep in my bag. You can keep whatever you want in yours, but like I said, personally, these are all the things that I like to keep with me at all times. So make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it, and also subscribe if you're new so you never miss any videos from me. And with that being said, let's just get on into the kit. So obviously the first thing that you're going to need for your kit is a bag. So this is just the one that I have. I got it for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and it actually came with a smaller bag also, but I'm using that to store some other things right now. But I just opted to use the bigger bag since I like to keep more things in my kit. And I also like using a cheaper bag because it doesn't really matter if it gets wrecked, but it's still able to do the job that I need it to do. So starting off, the first thing that I see is just a nail file, and it is from Bath & Body Works. And why I keep this in here is because I've had times where I've broken my nail at school and it's got kind of a sharp edge, so that I'm able to file it off. But also in class, when I'm bored, I'll like stare at my nails and then I just start judging them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do my nails real bad. And there's been so many times where I wish that I would have had a nail file with me, so I decided that this year I'm actually going to keep one with me. The next thing that I keep in my bag is just a little pack of mini makeup brushes, and these are from Real Techniques. So in the bag there is just this powder brush, blush brush, bronzer brush. You can really use it for whatever you want. Then there's this one, and this brush is more of like a concealer type of brush. And then the last brush that is in here is just this mini eyeshadow brush, and it is just super cute. But I just like to keep these in here with me in case I need to touch up my makeup at school, or maybe I didn't have time to finish doing it so that I can apply it. And I believe that you can get these at Ulta for about $5.99. The next thing that I keep in my emergency kit is just a baggie, and in here are kind of like my medical things. So I like to keep Band-Aids in here, and I keep 2 just in case I get blisters on my heels, and I have 2 Band-Aids, 1 for each heel, but also just in case I injure myself so I don't have to go all the way down to the nurse to get a Band-Aid. Next thing I like to keep in my medical bag is cough drops, and again I keep 2 of these just in case I end up feeling sick at school, but I'm not like sick enough to go home, then I can comfortably make it through the day. So these are just the Ricola honey lemon cough drops. And then the last thing that I like to keep in this bag are just 4 ibuprofens, because I have had previous injuries in the past that caused my knees and ankles to hurt quite a bit, but also just in case I have cramps. So technically we're not supposed to like keep these with us at school, but you know, I don't really care because if I go to the nurse, she's not going to do anything for me anyway, so I might as well just keep these with me. One of my biggest essentials in my emergency kit is my Tide to Go pen. And as you guys can tell, the label is pretty rubbed off because this was in my essential kit last year, so I will probably need to go pick up a new one before school starts. But this is absolutely amazing. It will take out just about any stain you have, because my friend spilled coffee on her shirt and we use this and it came right out. So I use this a ton because I'm very prone to spilling things on myself, so this is just great. So the next thing I keep in here are just these eyeglass wipes, and if you have glasses, you know what these are, but basically if your eyeglass lens is dirty, you can just use these to wipe it off and make them clean, so then they are clear, because I do not do this often. Like honestly, when I wipe my glasses lens, it's like, whoa. Is this how the world actually looks? Because I've been looking at dirt for the past 3 months. Next thing that I like to keep in here is just a hand sanitizer, and this is just the warm vanilla sugar from Bath & Body Works. And if you did not see my road trip essentials video, then you probably didn't know this, but I am somewhat of a germaphobe, so always keeping those hands clean. We do not want to get sick from germs. So the next thing that I grabbed is just this EOS hand lotion, and anyone who frequently washes their hands or uses hand sanitizer knows that it can dry out your hands pretty quick, so I just like to keep a lotion to help keep my hands nice and hydrated. And then I just like to keep this mirror, and I actually got a new one this year, and this is just a cheetah print mirror. And I use this a lot more than you think that I would. Like, I've had many people at my school ask if they can use this during class because they're like, oh, I just need to make sure that my hair looks fine or my makeup looks fine. But why I have this in here is because honestly, when I get bored, I do this. I just look at myself during class and people stare at me, but I don't know, like seeing my own face literally entertains me. I don't know why, but it does. Next thing that I keep in this bag are some panty liners and tampons because we have all had those days where we are just feeling fly, we are feeling fantastic. Then you go to the bathroom and you realize you got your period and you don't have anything. So then you're sitting there wadding up your toilet paper and it's like, oh, why couldn't I just keep stuff with me? So I just like to keep stuff with me at all times, and also this can be quite helpful if your friend gets their period, and then it's like, oh, I have stuff for you. I got you, girl. And obviously I have to keep a hair tie in my bag because there have been plenty of times during school where I just want to put up my hair because it feels gross. So I like to keep one of these in here, and then also I like to keep some bobby pins, and honestly these aren't even for me because I rarely wear bobby pins. These are more for my friends because they're always asking me if I have a bobby pin, and last year I was just like, no. But this year I'm gonna be like, yes, I have some for you. The next thing that I keep in my emergency kit is just some deodorant. And usually I keep a travel size, but I don't really have one right now, so I just use this. But trust me, I've had those days where I either get all glammed up and I just forget like the one most essential thing, or I'm in such a big rush that I forget the one most essential thing. So then I'm sitting there in class thinking, who smells like B.O.? It is not that hard to put on some deodorant in the morning. And then of course, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, is it me? So then I do like one of the maneuvers where it's like, you know, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that is me. I smell like B.O. So now it's like, oh, I got deodorant, it's all good. Expanding on the smelling good subject, I like to keep a mini perfume with me. And this is just the Pink Sun Kiss. I like to keep this with me because sometimes after gym or after a long day of school, I really just want to freshen up. But also this serves as another purpose. Last year at school, there was this girl who literally had rotting food in her locker. So the entire upstairs of my school smelled like rotting food. So I made my rounds around the school and I was to make everything smell better. And I got so many thank yous. You would not even have believed it. And then I like to keep one piece of gum with me. And yes, you heard that right, one piece. Because if you bring the whole pack, the whole school is going to want a piece. If you bring one, and then somebody's like, oh, can I have a piece of gum? Then you're like, oh, sorry, I only have one. And then usually people are like, oh, you can just keep it. You know, it's fine. Don't give me it. And it's like, okay. The next thing I just put in here right before I started filming this video, and it is an earring back. And so many times last year I would be screwing around with the back of my earring and then it would fall off, or I would just lose it during school, and then I would lose the earring itself. So then I just realized I just had to start taking them out, so this way I can leave them in because I have an extra earring back. And the last few items I have in here are just kind of makeup and beauty type things. So I like to keep a lip balm because obviously I like to keep my lips hydrated. And this one is the Yes to Coconuts one, and it literally smells like coconuts. It smells so good and I love it. And then I just recently got this little mini Sally Girl eyeshadow quad, and it comes with a little mini sponge tip applicator, and it has a shimmery champagne color, kind of a coppery bronze color, and then a matte brown. And this is just kind of essential eyeshadow colors because sometimes I don't have any time to get ready in the morning. So when I get to school, I can make myself look nice and awake with this. And of course, I like to keep some concealer just in case I have to touch anything up, or again, I don't have time to do my makeup, so then I have some concealer. Of course, I have to keep some powder in here, so this is just the e.l.f. Clarifying Pressed Powder because you don't want to be looking oily during school, and also going along with the if you don't have time to do makeup thing. And then I just keep a mini travel size mascara, and this is just a Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, because if there's one thing that I don't have time to do in the morning, it's usually my mascara, so I just like to keep a travel size with me. And then, of course, I just like to keep a little mini lip gloss, and this is from Ulta. And this is just in case I want to freshen up my look. Pop on some lip gloss and your lips will be popping. And again, with my staring in the mirror problem, sometimes I will realize that my eyebrows will really need to be done. So I like to keep a little mini tweezers with me so then I can just pluck them during class. So that is everything that is in my emergency kit. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before, so I can definitely do more in the future. And with that being said, I will let you guys go. Bye!